This is part 2. Now, part 1 was a valuable lesson from Moses to his teacher. Part 2 is there's a good reason for everything God do. Say it again. There's a good reason for everything God do. Now, remember the ship, remember the innocent boy, and remember the treasure. 3 things. Now let's go see the reason for it. Well, Moses could not have patience. He said, this a lot, talking to Moses. Now we have to part company. But I will explain to you everything that you could not stand. That's why I explain these things to you, based on how Allah explained it to me. As for the ship, remember the ship. This is why God destroyed the ship. It belonged to a poor fisherman, and I wanted to render it defected. There was a king coming after them. See, Allah put a small hole in the ship, just enough for the king not to take the ship. Because the fisherman, he needed his ship. And the king was taking things forcefully. So who was confiscating every ship forcibly? This is what the king was doing. Taking everything from the Pope. So God put a hole in the ship so the king didn't want it, so the man would get a chance to keep the ship. Moses didn't understand that because God didn't explain it. Moses could not have patience. As for the boy, his parents were good believers. They was righteous people. And we saw that he, talking about the boy, was going to burden them with his transgression and disbelief. The boy was going to be wicked. But his parents were believing people. So we will that your Lord substitute in his place another son. God took away the bad son and replaced the good praying people with a good son. One who is better in righteousness and kindness. See, that was the ship. That was the boy that God killed that was supposed to be innocent. See, now let's look at the treasure. As for the wall, it belonged to 2 orphaned boys in the city. Under it, there was a treasure that belonged to them. The boys were good boys. They had a treasure buried from their father. And their father wanted them to get it. So while the wall is being torn down for being there so long, Allah went there and went to rebuilding the wall, replacing the wall until the time for the good boys, the orphans, to retrieve their treasure. God got something good for all of us, man. All we got to do, I love y'all, belong to them because their father was a righteous man. Your Lord wanted them to grow up and attain full strength. Then exact their treasure. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what me and God chosen Messiah Farrakhan is doing right today. That's what we're doing. We are growing into our full strength. Then we're going to get all the children of God. Prophet Elijah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, get all my people. So we trying to get, he didn't put a color on it. He said, get all his people. And his people is God people. And God people is us. All of us. All of us. Who choose to be with Allah. Because some of us is going to choose Satan and his world. but not all. Oh, Satan sure trying to get at me now. He sure trying to get at me. And I'm about my father's business. I'm about my father's business. Okay, now we getting back into this. Okay, exact strength. See, that's what me and Farrakhan is doing. God chose us to attract his treasure from under the will of Satan. That's what we are doing. We are the treasure of God. We are the jewels of God. Not no damn color. It's the blood, man. It's the blood. It's the blood, and it shouldn't be wasted. You cannot spill our blood. All of us. Get out of your head that God is just choosing one particular people. God created all of us. He's choosing all of us. He giving each and every one of us a chance to come back to him. Even with our sin, he said he'll forgive all of that if we turn from our wicked ways and come back to Allah. It shouldn't be no damn wicked. Because all of us have a key to the kingdom of the Most High by turning from your wicked ways. Such is mercy from your Lord. I did none of that in my own violation. This is the explanation of the things you could not stand. It's a lie, man. It's our God. All these years, Allah done kept still. Ain't said nothing. We all participating in our behavior. All these thousands of years. Now Allah is starting to speak. And when Allah speaks, he's speaking in all of us. See what I'm saying? Because we know the truth. We was born here with the truth, with knowledge of God. Everybody was. Even the insects was born with knowledge of Allah. So we know the truth. But our wicked way of thinking that some of us think we are better than the other is going to send our better thinking than we are the other straight to the hellfire. Okay, I got to read this. This is coming out of the column. The title is Messenger After Jesus. Alhamdulillah. All right, now. This is what the book said. I ain't write the book. Allah just gave me wisdom to understand the book. Now let's look at what our Father say, a messenger after Jesus. Number 6, and it reads, let me get my marker. Recall that Jesus, son of Mary, said, O children of Israel, I am God's messenger to you, confirming the Torah and bringing good news of a messenger to come after me, whose name will be even more praised. Then, when he shows them the clear proof, they say, this is profound magic. Who is more evil than one who fabricates a lie about God? God, and he is being invited to submission. God does not guide the evil people. They wish to put out God's light with their mouths, but God insists upon perfecting his light in spite of the disbelievers. I love y'all.